Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Alright guys, I haven't necessarily done one of these in a long time. Alright, but today I'm going to read some of you guys' comments. And of course, I always tell you guys this, a lot of the comments that I do get, they're very, very good in regards to actual ideas and actual theories that could potentially even happen in the upcoming episodes of the Boruto anime or the upcoming arcs of the Boruto manga. But before I start my video, I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor for today's video, and it's going to be Wondershare DemoCreator. Wondershare DemoCreator is a screen recording and video editing software. One thing that I absolutely love about DemoCreator is that it's super easy to learn how to use, and it's absolutely amazing for beginners trying to get into video creation. And it's not only for beginners, it's also an elite option for current creators who want more creative freedom in editing at a great price. And speaking of the price, there's literally a free link in my description down below, so if you guys want to try it out right now, there you guys go. Wondershare DemoCreator has a bunch of great featured abilities. One of my new favorite abilities has to be the green screen, and to be honest, after I found this, I'm probably never going to go back. The green screen definitely comes in handy, for example, in times like this where you want to put a subscribe button in your actual video. And look how easy it is. All you have to do is get the green screen button, also put the background there, drag it down to the timeline, put the green screen effect on it, and there you go. You could literally add a green screen effect in under 5 seconds. Another one of my favorite abilities has to be the transition. Like, look at how much transitions they have. And obviously the application of the transitions, just like everything else in the app, is super easy to do. All you have to do is drag it right here, and then all you have to do is play it back and actually view it right then and there. Super easy to do. Another one of my favorite abilities has to be the on-screen annotations. Like, obviously this is also a screen recorder too, and you can also annotate your screen recordings, which is absolutely amazing. And obviously those aren't the only abilities. They have a bunch more, like zoom and pan, audio fade in and out, captions, cursor effects, just a whole bunch of stuff that'll make your videos that much better. They also have a deal where if you refer your friend, you and your friend can also get a 7-day free license to Wondershare DemoCreator. And again, if you guys want to test this out, there is a free link in my description down below. And also drop a comment on which one of these are your favorite features. Mine has to be the green screen. But regardless, into the first question that I did get, Professor Alfred asks, why aren't we talking about the possibility of Mitsuki being Boruto's vessel? Now this right here, in my opinion, is very interesting for a couple of reasons. One thing that we do understand is that over the past couple of months in the Boruto manga, Quack has been making the idea, or Quack has been putting the idea in Boruto's head that he himself can actually give someone a karma seal. He pretty much mentioned this when he brought up the idea of Boruto giving Cold a karma seal. And obviously we understand that right there would be extremely difficult to do, but Boruto giving Mitsuki a karma seal wouldn't necessarily be that hard and wouldn't necessarily be that crazy. Let's be honest, if Mitsuki could actually bear the karma seal of Boruto, that would definitely be a very good thing, because obviously Boruto will be able to revive into the body of Mitsuki, but also Mitsuki is also duplicatable. We've seen on multiple occasions that Orochimaru can actually make multiple of Mitsuki. This was actually detailed during the Mitsuki retrieval arc when Boruto actually visited Orochimaru's cave, and Orochimaru was actually working on another Mitsuki. And the biggest thing on top of that is the fact that Orochimaru can actually copy Mitsuki's memories and actually put that into the clone of Mitsuki, because obviously Mitsuki himself is literally a clone, so it wouldn't necessarily be that big of a deal for Boruto to actually implant Mitsuki with the karma seal. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those ideas that almost makes a little bit too much sense for it to actually be implemented into the Boruto series. So I'm gonna say, as of right now, it's probably not going to happen. Now, another thing that I do kind of want to talk about in regards to this comment right here is, why couldn't Boruto idealistically try to give either Sarada or even give multiple of his friends a karma seal? Now, I do want to point out, this right here would just be purely to actually boost their level of power. As we know right now, the karma seal pretty much boosts the power, the strength, gives them the ability to absorb chakra, just a whole bunch of things like that. And of course, Boruto giving people around him the karma seal would just boost their power level. One of the reasons why I say this right here would probably be dangerous is because Jigen tried this on 15 different children. 13 of them died. The odds are really not in Boruto's favor if he actually wants to do something like this. It's going to be different in the case of Mitsuki, mainly because we understand that Mitsuki himself is a clone and he can be replicatable. But in the case of like a Sarada, and like a case of a Shikadai, and like a case of anybody else, it would definitely be extremely difficult, mainly because we understand that the likelihood of it being complete and likelihood of them actually dying is not very good odds. Now, the next comment I have is from a guy called Robert Smile. This guy pretty much says, let Orochimaru train her in regards to Sarada, then she will be able to surpass her father. She needs to learn some forbidden jutsu. Alright, now this right here is definitely, in my opinion, a very good idea. Alright, so to give you guys a little bit of background, this comment was actually left on the video where I talked about if Sarada can actually surpass Sasuke, and of course he's saying let her train with Orochimaru. He could probably give her some forbidden jutsu. Now, in that video, I talked about how one of Sarada's only possibilities to actually surpass Sasuke is to be enhanced by scientific technology or be modified in some way. And I think her training with Orochimaru is definitely a very good way to do so. One of the things that we do understand is that Orochimaru was like the soldier boy. Like, he was the first ninja that actually tried to modify another ninja. Now, at this particular particular point, he's probably not as advanced as Amato, but of course Orochimaru potentially working alongside someone like Amato or Katasuke could definitely help out Sarada immensely. And it's even better for Orochimaru to be the person that Sarada works with, mainly because Orochimaru literally has decades worth of research upon the Sharingan and the Rinnegan. So of course, if anybody would know how to pretty much make the most of Sarada's dojutsus, it would probably be either Sasuke or Orochimaru at this particular point. Now obviously we also have to add in the element that of course Orochimaru trained Sasuke, but also the fact that Orochimaru probably has the ability to teach Sarada a lot more things than he actually did teach Sasuke, just because of the sheer fact that there has literally been like 17 years worth of experience and 17 more years of research that Orochimaru has actually put in to actually give Sarada a better outcome than Sasuke actually had. And I definitely think this is going to be a very important element because we're understanding the temperature already as of right now. During the time skip, Boruto's probably going to train with Sasuke, so of course Sarada's probably going to be kind of left out in the open element because I'm pretty sure Kawaki's probably going to have something to do with Naruto, mainly because if things don't completely go left, Kawaki's also probably going to be training with Naruto during the time skip. And honestly, I wouldn't necessarily say it's completely far off to say that Orochimaru could actually possibly be a better sensei than both Sasuke and Naruto, because we honestly see when Orochimaru training someone for 3 years can actually look like, and Sasuke came out literally better than expected at that particular point. Alright, for the last two comments is going to be about Momoshiki Otsutsuki. Takuma Okumura said, we might see a new Otsutsuki mode if Boruto and Momoshiki became friends like Naruto and the Nine Tails created KCM mode and Barrier mode. Alright, so this right here, in my opinion, is definitely a possibility. One of the things that I was kind of talking about right when we understood that Momoshiki was actually living in the body of Boruto because of the currency was the fact that Momoshiki and Boruto are probably going to end up being friends in the future. Now admittedly, ever since that time, it's becoming more and more unlikely that that's probably going to happen, but at that particular point I probably thought that Momoshiki would probably live by his mantra that there is supposed to be a transfer of power between the old generation and the new generation, and Boruto being a brand new Otsutsuki member, Momoshiki would kind of willingly pass along his power to Boruto. Now of course, as of right now, it doesn't necessarily seem like that's going to be the situation. That doesn't necessarily seem like it's going to be possible, but of course I do want to point out at the very start of part 1 of Naruto, and of course even in part 2 of Naruto, we thought that there was no possible way that Naruto and Kurama would probably make up and be friends. So of course we have absolutely no idea, but of course this definitely is a huge possibility, and I definitely want a lot of you guys, I would 100% want to see something like this happen. It would definitely be absolutely insane. Now the last comment comes from this guy Fiery1. He basically says, I want to see Momoshiki's childhood or backstory. I don't know why. Now you're not the only one. You're definitely not the only one. I definitely want to see Momoshiki's childhood and Momoshiki's backstory, man, because it definitely would give us a lot more insight into not only Momoshiki but also a lot of the other Otsutsuki members, and of course what their life was like on their home planet or in their home dimension or whatever you guys want to call it. One of the things that a lot of people have been pretty much saying that they wanted was like a filler arc completely dedicated to the Otsutsuki clan and basically giving us a bunch of information about exactly what their dealings is like and how they basically operate on a day-to-day basis, similar to how we got the filler arc about Kage Otsutsuki and also Hagoromo and Hamura, and of course later on Indra and Ashura. I definitely do want to see Momoshiki specifically, mainly because it seems like Momoshiki is a little bit higher on the hierarchy among the Otsutsuki clan, and also just seeing how he himself grew up and how he himself got the ideals that he has now would definitely be very interesting. But of course I do want to know what you guys think about these comments in the comment section below, and of course your comments is probably going to be featured in another video like this in the future, so let me know what you guys think. Give me some very good theories that you guys have, and I'll probably make a video about it. But it's me, your boy Baara B, and we out.
It's a knife.